sure it will say yes. No. Yes.
I don't want you to do that. Hey, everybody. I am Shane. That's how I start this. Very formal.
Good.
I know. The light's on. So, I'm here. I'm here with Chris and Miranda of Dawn and Hawks. How are y'all?
Good. Hi.
How are
I feel
you?
like I'm on Oprah.
Oh, do you? Yeah, I'm very similar to Oprah. Looks and everything. So, first show in a year and 2 months today for y'all.
Yep.
First
that's
real
right.
show.
Yeah.
First real show.
How'd it feel?
So good. I forgot what it felt like to perform for people. Forgot how much I love it. And even though I had rehearsed a song backstage, as soon as I started playing, I was like overwhelmed in a really
Y'all were
good way.
great. It's like riding a bike. Y'all were
I
great.
made the comment. I was like, well, actually, I told them. I made the comment. I was like, we can't really depend on muscle memory tonight. We're having to use real memory.
Right.
Like, we're having to actually think about things instead of just go autopilot on any process.
I guess it's like sitting around your house and doing it. It's probably a lot different than being in front of people.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you can't really
lights.
rehearse being on stage in front of an audience. Yeah.
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 So I usually start these off by talking about we make this about us first and your history with the duck.
Okay,
And y'all
cool.
been doing this with us for 7, 8 years, probably.
I'm not counting. Yes, that sounds right.
Yeah. So, got anything to add to that?
Our first show here was actually with Jimmy LaFave.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
He played and he let us just sit in and do a couple songs
Okay.
mid-show. And it was the kindest, sweetest offer. He was like, "Oh, come play." And we had always
Jimmy's-
wanted to play here.
Jimmy's
And
always been
Yeah.
really good with that. He brought Jamie Harris and
Yeah, that's right.
y'all and
Right.
a bunch of people. So
it was really special.
I didn't know that. I don't remember that, but
Yeah.
I'm usually running around making sure people's chicken pot pies aren't burnt. That's what I do here.
Yeah, it was
Chicken
really
pot pie
generous.
monitor.
It was really
Important
generous
job.
of him. That's a good memory too.
Which
It
one?
is. With Jimmy.
With Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We
Yeah.
miss Jimmy.
Us
Yeah, absolutely. We've had so many good memories here over the years. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It always feels like home.
Well, we're glad you're back.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
us too.
Good Lord, we're glad. So are the 4 people we have in attendance here watching this. So we're going to start the first part of the interview. We call this the firsts. That's why I
Okay.
put it in the first of the interview.
Yeah,
Okay.
good
I
plan.
did that. So what was the first record that you purchased with your own money?
Ooh. Well, I cajoled the
What?
first record out of I like negotiated with my mom for the first record.
Okay.
that I had. Maybe I could do the first record I bought with my own money, but the more vivid memory was I remember the Lion King soundtrack came out.
Oh, Kuna
And my
Matata,
mom
baby.
really wanted that soundtrack.
Your
and
mom
so I
wa-
went and
your
found
mom
my
wanted
mom
it?
wanted
Oh,
it.
okay.
And so I went and found it in the store, and I was like, "Hey," and I found this other record I've been really wanting. And she was like, "Metallica?" I was like, "Yeah, it's and Justice for All. I think it's a really, it's a great album for me to work on guitar parts and
Yeah,
stuff too,
of course.
So like, we can rock out Lion King and Justice for All, So it was Metallica's like
I mean, it had one on it. That was sort of their ballad.
that's why I got it, obviously. Was the Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful
There's
phrase.
there is a yin and a yang in life.
Yeah, it was. That's what it was. It was very yinny and yangy.
That's pretty much you in a nutshell, those two.
Lion King and Metallica.
Yes.
Yeah. Mine was... Okay, do you remember when you could buy CDs for like a penny? It was some sort of mail order
Oh
thing,
yeah,
and you
Columbia
got like
House.
13 for a penny?
They're still looking for me. They are
Exactly.
looking for me.
You sign up and then you pay later.
That's how I started my record collections.
Me too.
Most
But I
exciting day
put
of the year besides Christmas.
like my dad's information down because I didn't have a credit card,
Right.
and he was mad at me
Yeah,
when he found out.
he's still mad to this day.
That's not true. That's not true.
I mean, they
Oh.
get,
No.
Yeah.
I remember he came. He was like, "What? You signed up and got 13 CDs and the subscription under my name?" But then he looked at the CDs that I got and he was like, "Oh, never mind. You have pretty good taste."
Taste in music.
Nice.
So cute.
Saved by your taste in music.
So cute.
So do you remember a couple of them?
I mean, it was like some that were popular at the time,
Right.
and then some other stuff. I don't know. I remember like Tracy Chapman, Joan Osborne, born Alanis Morissette.
So you're like younger,
Yeah.
because when I did it was tapes, and you had to actually take the stickers off and stick them. I mean, it was a lot of effort. It was like eating crawfish. I mean, which I don't
Worth
do.
it.
For one little.
I mean, Yeah, it was just like a lot of effort, and I pushed through it. I wanted all my Van Halen. So what was your first concert?
Oh gosh, embarrassing.
Mine was Marty Stewart at Billy Bob's in Fort Worth.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty vivid because he was very vivid, like with his sequence and
Oh yeah.
his cool like mullet meets a like bouffant or something. I don't know. And he's a crazy good player too. So it was really cool watching him play, and all the people he played with are really good musicians.
Yeah.
So it was a very it's like a Branson, Missouri, or like a Las Vegas show, kind of a thing. It was very exciting.
It's cool.
My first real concert that I went to, I say real because there was like my first real concert, this would be long and I don't want to have you here for an hour, was my dad took me to see Alison Krauss and Union Station play at the UT Ballroom, and it was an amazing show. And years later, we opened for her, and I got to meet her backstage and tell her that, and it was like one of those moments where I couldn't believe.
I think for artists and even athletes, when they watch and admire people, and all of a sudden you're sitting on the same stage or in the same game, it's got to be kind of a mind-blowing thing.
It is.
So what is your favorite one-hit wonder song?
Oh.
I think mine's Jesus Jones right here, right now. I've decided that over weeks of asking this question.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And I don't necessarily think one-hit wonder is a bad connotation either. So I think people take that the wrong way, but
That's
it's like,
a very hard question.
how many hits do you have? You don't have one that pops to your brain?
Well, they had some other nominal hits, but I would say that Spin Doctor's Two Princes was pretty close,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
Like they had other.
Sure, if you bought the record and actually liked that
They had
band.
other
I never
Pocket
bought
Full
their record.
of Kryptonite. Those
I
other
wouldn't
ones,
know that.
but
I
that
only knew the one hit
Two Princes.
Oh, they had two hits, but we can take that, I guess. Because
I don't
people
know
say
any other songs.
Faith No More's Epic was a one-hit wonder.
Oh.
I'm like, Faith No More had like 5 amazing records.
I don't know anybody they're talking about, but I'm going to nod my head and
Well,
pretend I do.
you're-
I know Two Princes
Yeah.
from their one hit.
So who's yours?
I honestly can't. I'm an album girl. I don't do one hits. Maybe.
You don't have like a song
Like-
that's like total earworm, like you hear it and
The
it's like,
the first song that popped into my head, and it's not my favorite, it's just the first song, was the Chumbawamba, the I Get Knocked Down.
obviously that's your favorite song.
like,
Don't
apparently.
just own it.
I was thinking, I know you like this song because I played
Okay,
it
what?
loud as hell early one morning. Was
You're
so unbelievable. Oh,
That's a good EMF. That's my second favorite wonder song.
unbelievable.
They came out at the same time. EMF.
Try to tell me questions. Ask me
Now-
your life.
That is actually a definition of a one-hit wonder song. It's like
Yeah,
8675309.
I like
Call
it
me
when
2
you
times.
sing it while
Yeah.
making me oatmeal in the morning.
Those are the ones. Those songs that that just like they take you somewhere. Only one very specific place. To one hit wonderland.
It's a
that
one-hit
was a
wonderland.
great question.
I like that one.
Well, you'll come back next time and say, man, I thought of one finally. On the drive home, you're going to be thinking about this. This is what I do.
I
I
am.
don't know. So to bring it down a little, I've been asking like influences, and you ask influences, everybody's got like, oh God, it's like 30 of them.
I
So
should have
was kinda-
studied for this test.
Well, I mean, it's like, so to me, it's like it's been kind of a rough year. So who that's passed away in the past 3 years musically is like hit you the hardest?
John Prine's pretty heavy.
Yeah, everybody's saying John
Ooh,
Prine.
Sure. Yes. Yes. I don't think there's anything else to say.
In the past 3 years.
Well, I'm just saying, and it could be before, like just musical, somebody, that's kind of hit you kind of hard. It just seems like we lost so many people this year. Like
I'm with you on John. I feel like you stole it from me.
Sorry.
Yeah, everybody's been saying. I mean, you can have the same answer. It's not. You don't have to do different things.
Anyone else?
Like Eddie Van Halen was a big one for me.
Yeah, that's
So, 'cause that was like.
surprising.
Yeah, in a way, he was just so secretive about it.
Yeah.
But it's like, when I was a kid, I saw him. It's like, this guy's gonna live forever. He's a rock god, and then it's like, oh man.
B.B. King was pretty heavy. I know it was more than 3 years ago, but that was pretty heavy. And there was also, I think, for us, a little twinge of like extra pain because we were in L.A. I think we were there to play a show or do something. We had an agenda specifically, but he was playing at the Greek Theater, and we were like, should we try to buy tickets off a scalper and see him play? like, should we do that? Because we're here. And like, I think it was the same night, and we didn't do it. And we're like, we'll just get tickets and we'll go. You know, like we'll actually like, you know, plan it out and go to it. And then he passed away like shortly after that. So
Moral to the story is live for today. Always go.
Always
when
go.
when you see a legend playing, like, buy those tickets.
Yeah, I guess it's just so, you know, you don't think about it because people, it's just like these larger than life, just amazing people.
Right.
You know, somebody like Willie that's,
Yeah.
you think he'll,
Yeah.
but
He will live forever.
he
You're right.
will. He will. He probably will. He's pretty well pickled. But so did y'all, was there ever a moment in your life that you knew you wanted to play music? Did you hear a riff? Did you hear a song? Did you hear a lyric? It was like, bam, was there like a lightning bolt moment, or were you just kind of around it?
Can I go first?
Because it's been kind of
for it.
50-50
Yeah, I want you to.
on this.
I mean, I was saying I want to be a singer from the moment I could talk. And I think it's funny because I don't know what made me want to say that. And as I got older, I was like, oh, well, that's just like your kid dream. It's not real. I went to college. I got a business degree. I went and did like the corporate thing for like 5 minutes and then played an open mic and got an offer for a job that would have been amazing money-wise. And I turned it down right before I went on stage to play the open mic.
Really?
And so to me, there was a moment because
Right.
it was like a decision moment. And I was right outside the Cactus Cafe. And then I got on stage, played my song, got a applause from like a room of my contemporaries, other
Right.
songwriters. It was the
Right.
first time I'd ever played for songwriters. And thought, affirmation. Okay, I'll take that. Maybe I made the right choice.
So you're addicted at that point to the...
It felt like maybe there's a reason for me to play songs for other people, not just for myself.
Right. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool one. That's a cool memory.
The original question was, was there a moment where
Like a
you...
lightning bolt moment. Like, I can do this. I want to play music for a career for my life. Or,
I think there were two. I was always sounds always, you know, the personal relationship with people. I think after getting into music, and then that's what's drawn me to keep doing it, is like the interpersonal relationship with other musicians and having those so many things in common that you can't communicate any other way. You know, like trying to talk about music sometimes is silly. Like we can just put it into a song and you can't describe it.
Right.
You know, but and having that in common, I think that's one of the things about us being a couple that's really great for both of us, is that there's an indescribable thing you don't have to explain to someone that gets it. That's when you share that in music.
Same language, yeah.
Yeah, so that's a thing that like kind of doubled down on the personal aspect. But before that, it was the sounds specifically, like, and the first one was sitting in a room with a piano, like in a lamplit room late at night playing a piano, and just hearing different things emanate from the piano, like that's what drove me. And then picking up a guitar and experiencing that. It was the sounds of those instruments, I think, specifically. But then there was also a moment, I remember an electric moment, like an electrified version of that. I remember hearing Led Zeppelin playing through my brother's closed bedroom
Right.
door.
I get a lot of that older brothers and sisters music stuff.
Something about hearing that and being like, whoa, listen to all that stuff that's going on the other side of that door. You know, and that was pretty huge.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get to the important stuff. What have we been quarantine watching? What are we Huluing? What are we Netflixing?
Oh,
What are we reading?
everything.
I mean, we've gone
Just-
through. You know, I've been doing this for a year now. We've gone through the Tiger King. Apparently,
Yeah.
there's a lost tiger in Houston right now.
Why don't you just name them and I'll be like, check?
Tiger King, Queen's Gambit.
No. Oh,
I
yes,
don't know.
check.
Yeah, you did that, Chad.
I watched it.
Mate,
You watched
check,
the first
mate.
and last episode.
Okay. What are y'all watching now? We need new stuff.
Oh, we watched that. What's that thing?
Handmaid's
the
Tale,
thing
Good
with
Girls,
Oh,
or is
yeah.
it Bad Girls? I don't know. One
The
of
thing
them.
with the Good Girls.
Shrill.
I don't
Yeah.
know that
What
one.
else?
That's A.D. Bryant's.
From
Okay.
SNL.
Yeah.
We're watching that one with the girls that are like, you can't figure out which one's like, oh, she's lying. Oh, no, she's lying.
Oh, yeah, that one's terrible. What is it called?
Is it a reality
it's
show?
it's something called
No.
Terrible Summer or something.
Something Summer. Cruel Summer.
Cruel Summer.
Oh
It's
yeah.
terrible.
That's older movie, isn't it?
No,
Is
it's-
it?
No,
Is it new?
it's a series.
It's a series.
Oh.
We watch terrible TV together.
I'm watching the
It's
Clone
awesome.
Wars right now.
Which one?
I'm a
Oh.
nerd. The Star Wars Clone Wars.
Star Wars, yeah.
It's a cartoon.
I kept putting
I'm
like
48
the
watching
epic
cartoons at
series like
2 o'clock in the morning,
I kept putting
drinking
like
wine, crying myself to sleep.
the
What?
Lord of the Rings trilogy on there and different things. Like I was like, I'm gonna get to this at some
Yeah.
point. But each one of them was such a commitment. I was like, I don't really have 9 hours today.
No.
You know, I mean, like, you know, like as opposed to like something that chips away at like 20 to 40 minutes.
Well, that's
at
the
a time.
purpose of quarantine. Is you had 9 hours.
No,
Well,
we
that's
watch
your point.
so much TV that I refuse to sit on the couch anymore. I avoid it.
Right.
I'm like, not today, couch. No.
Well, no, it's like a Cheez-It though, okay? Like, you know, it's not just the big bowl of queso. It's the little Cheez-It that you're just like, I can have one more of those.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
That's the way the TV shows with like 20-minute TV
20,
shows
yeah.
work. And
That's
that's
why
how
the
you end
Clone
up
Wars
at like
thing is
4 a.m.
perfect.
and you're like, how about season 7? I'm just going to keep going.
Yeah.
And yeah, and we're really bad for each other. So
Like
like,
Schitt's-
should we keep
like Schitt's
watching?
Creek was
should we,
like for
should we
me.
keep watching?
Yeah.
I can have one more. I can just have one more.
Yeah, the Clone Wars things are like 28 minutes, and it's
Yeah.
like I literally fell asleep with a glass of wine
I
in my
chewed
hand.
through
I was like,
Mandalorian, so.
Oh, I love that.
I didn't watch it.
Oh, it's amazing. What's wrong with you?
We have certain shows where I'm like, you can watch that without me.
Yeah, we divide and conquer on the show sometimes. Yeah.
Nice. So I got my next part's the therapy part. So first part is if there's a band, a person out there that you champion, like I don't understand why this band isn't bigger or huge.
Everyone, so many.
And it could be, you know, like one of mine's King's X, the band King's X. If you remember King's X, it should have been
yeah.
gigantic, but
Yeah.
they never sort of made it. So you have anybody like that, contemporaries even, or a band that you fly the flag for?
Let me take it back. If that's not what I meant. Dum dum bum 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 bum. King's X.
I mean, y'all
Yeah.
keep doing, yeah, I
Super
don't
cool.
know.
It's talk about
Yeah.
sounds. Like there's some really cool. The production, like the bass sound
Oh,
on
it's
those
amazing.
records. Like
And
that-
his voice was amazing.
Yeah, his
he
voice is killer,
just
too.
Amazing, the harmonies.
yeah.
They invented
Like
grunge
that, yeah.
rock.
They invented what?
Grunge rock. With their
Did you say
tunings.
grunge rock?
Yeah, they invented grunge. They were the first person to do
Yeah.
that tuning.
It was pretty tight though. The
Yeah.
grunge is all about being just kind of like rah.
Just give it to me.
Yeah.
No, I love them. So who on y'all's end is you'll have to play some King's X. You'd probably like it. It's pretty melodic. I mean, it's heavy, but it's
I played it for. I'm sure. Like it's really cool. They do a cover of dum dum dum. What song is that? Dum 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 boom da da da. Da. Manic depression.
oh yeah, they do.
Yeah.
That's right.
Super
know
cool
that.
cover of that tune.
Jimi Hendrix.
So
Oh, that's mine. Jimi
So,
Hendrix, like
he's
totally
underrated?
underrated. Yeah, yep. That's it. No, actually, I do like sometimes when people are like, "It's really, you know, like the it's really not that good," you know, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Are you crazy?" Like it is iconic.
Jimmy.
Like it is. It's like another level of. I feel like that about
well, he
certain
only had 3
things.
albums or something. He had really no.
Yeah.
He had no material for the most part.
I was like, someone did this on Willie Nelson the other day on Twitter, and it started a flame war on Twitter because they're like, you know, I'm just gonna say it, like overrated, and everybody was like, I'm just gonna say it, screw you, you know, like. And I kind of feel that way too. It's like there are certain things where you have to.
They were talking about Willie Nelson. I mean, they walked into that.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, and I mean, like when some things are obviously hyped and you may not get it. A lot of times, what I find is I want to get it because I feel like I'm missing out. Everybody else
Right.
is enjoying this thing, you know. I want to taste the flavor too, you know.
Yeah.
Like, what's the deal here? Like, let me in on this thing. Let's check it out because the amount of enjoyment you can get from like when something like Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
That's really what I walked away from when she said overrated. I was like, oh, I just feel sad. Like I really like the fact that you don't. Because she's like missing something from her life that the rest of us that don't feel that way. That's how it felt. Anyway. And I would say like there's a lot of artists that we get to see, at places like Mucky Duck and intimate shows, and feel that same way where it's just like
Yeah.
this.
Of course.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
I feel like all my friends should be famous. I'm like huge fans of all my friends. So like the first 2 that came up for me were Daisy O'Connor and Allie Holder.
Okay.
And
Allie played here, I believe. Yes.
Allie's good.
I'm sure
Yeah.
they both should play here. They're amazing.
Okay. That's why I did this so Rusty can get new material. I need y'all to tell people this.
Yeah.
So conversely, what we were just talking about, anybody that you don't get that you think's just like, I just don't get it. And I can start it off. I do
I
this
don't
every
get
night.
it. Oh,
I
okay,
could
so
throw
like,
everything REM
like
ever did
they're
in the
really
ocean.
popular, but like you don't get it.
Yeah, like REM. I don't understand it. I would throw all their material in the ocean and never make it come back to surface again.
I don't know.
Hugely talented
get it.
people.
I like it because you can. It's like you can flip between different things that make. Like for REM, to me, it's the artistry. Michael Stipe's artistry is what.
Well, I mean,
really,
they're brilliant. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it's not a question like their music sucks. It's just I just don't like it. Is there anybody like that with you that you've? A lot of people won't answer this question.
I can tell why someone likes it, and I can tell what's great about it, and be
Right.
like, yeah, I understand why that is so appreciated, but it still isn't my.
Right, that's all it is.
Yeah.
It's not insult. To me, it's
I'm
not
gonna
insulting.
quote Akina Adderley,
Oh,
who also
There you
goes
go.
under the
yes.
amazing list. She said, "I'm not gonna yuck anybody's yum." So
Love that quote.
I knew you
Applied.
were gonna
I ain't
do
gonna
that.
yuck. It's like I ain't gonna yuck.
You know, it'll
someone's
feel so
yum.
good if
How
you
she
actually
says
say it,
I ain't
though.
gonna yuck
gonna yuck
anybody's
someone's yum.
So y'all are not going to answer this question, huh?
Over
Well,
something.
You don't
and-
have
okay,
to. You
I'll,
don't
I'll
have
quote
to.
Chris. When we first started dating, he told me that one of his favorite things producing is that any artist has like a fan. They have their own fan.
Right.
Right.
That's
and
true.
like and I love that.
Yeah,
about
like
music.
every song. Yeah, I would feel that way. I would feel defensive of songs. Like people bring in a song, and it was like let's give it its due process because after having experienced enough times where like there will be a champion of that song, like the song on the album that like nobody ever references or whatever, and there'll be that one
Somebody's
person that's
favorite.
like that song saved my life.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like, oh man, if you hadn't that one person, again, they would have missed out.
I mean
on that.
obviously I'm wrong about REM. There's billions of REM fans, so obviously it's my problem, my own issue. But you know what's crazy? Like I watch these reaction. You ever watch the reaction videos? It's like these two.
Oh, yeah.
These two black dudes
Yes.
that are like hip hop
brothers?
guys.
Yes.
They're
Yeah.
from Lost in Vegas.
I don't know. I've only heard
I
about
just
that.
like reaction videos
And
in
they
general.
do metal songs, and I'm like, God,
Yes.
I hope they love this Megadeth song.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, why do I care?
The
Why do I care if
only
they like this Megadeth
episode
song?
of them that I've seen is when they were reviewing Dolly Parton's 9 to 5.
Oh,
Okay.
It
really?
was really good.
I love them. I literally go down that rabbit hole.
I think
too,
I think it was
and-
Jason Isbell was the one that I saw, and I was like, and I watched him, see Jason Isbell for the first time. I was like, yeah.
The fun ones are watching them react to Stevie Ray Vaughan when he turns his guitar behind his back and starts
Oh,
going nuts.
yeah?
They're pretty good. But anyways, I can go on for hours about reaction videos. It's basically what I do is watch Star Wars and reaction.
You know,
videos.
actually, it's funny. Like we're talking about this because this is a relatively new thing for me to like try to figure out what am I missing about this, and try to, because I feel like I want to know. You know,
Like to
wanna
react.
know. Feels like not eating a certain cuisine or something. Be like, come on, let's try it all.
I mean, you'll go down a deep dark hole on that. All right, to end this, I got some either ors, the dreaded either ors, and just because you say one doesn't mean you hate the other, and you don't have
I
to
love either
answer
ors.
it. All right, first
Bring
one's
it.
the universal Beatles or Stones.
Beatles, 1,000,000%.
I knew this one.
Yeah.
Beatles.
Easy.
Yeah.
Pretty easy. Dolly or Aretha?
Oh,
Dolly.
why? Why would you do
Well,
this to me?
no. Oh wait, I heard.
It doesn't mean you like the other one.
Reba.
No,
I
Dolly
heard
or
Reba.
Aretha.
and I was
Because
like,
they're
Dolly.
both country, but this is,
Yeah.
I know it's.
Aretha, Dolly or Aretha.
That is the hardest question anyone's ever
Jeez,
asked me.
dude.
Oh my god.
Do I get an award for that?
Well, I mean, this is an interesting conversation because with the Stones, like their covers are probably some of the most celebrated stuff, and with the Beatles, their originals are the most celebrated stuff. And I would say the same thing about Dolly and Aretha. Aretha's ability to take someone else's song and make it hers is what's
Yes.
like. So I'm not going to either or that one. I refuse.
You don't have to do it. Well, you can wait till you get the next one then. 'cause it's the
Oh,
same thing.
all right.
I don't think
Elvis,
you can top that.
Elvis or Sinatra?
Wait, who?
Elvis or Sinatra? Neither one of them their own songs.
Can I?
Elvis.
I'll just use that slot for Aretha and Dolly.
All
I'll
right.
just move those over.
Wait, what?
I'll just I'm gonna refuse on the other end of the spectrum. For
He's
that
just
one.
refusing everything.
Elvis.
I'll pick
There you
Elvis.
go.
I'll pick
Thank
Elvis.
you.
Easy.
Yeah, a good example. Dude, this is a good example of something where I get the appeal of both Elvis and of Sinatra, and I think they're both like everything that they did was, but
Was but is politician
No.
answer. You're not getting the answer.
I can see where he's going. I can see what you're getting into next.
neither one of them wrote a song.
Politics. I know. No.
Elvis captivated me way more.
Yeah, Frank was captivating. They're both. I mean, they both did the same thing. What'd you say?
From the
What did you
audience.
add?
From the
You
audience.
said you weren't going to add anything. How many has he had now? He must have had a couple during this interview. So it's funny because I asked these questions about who's overrated, underrated, and Hadden Sayers. He goes, Shane, I got a question for you. Who's your favorite customer that comes in the Mucky Duck? I'm like, every customer is my favorite customer.
Nice.
Duh. Who's your least favorite? I see what you did there. I see what you did there. I'm like, these Whitfields come in, they're terrible. But I don't want to say that on I'm just kidding. I love you guys. So
I think that means he loves you.
next one is Johnny or Willie, and I'm sure you're not going to, that's probably too hard too.
Easy.
Yeah, Willie knows.
Willie.
Come on, make it
Okay.
hard.
Okay. Michael Jackson or Prince?
Prince.
Everybody does that. I'm not even going to expand
Again,
on it.
easy.
Gaga or Madonna?
Gaga.
Neither.
I would
You don't
say-
like neither
I would
of
say-
them?
Either.
What?
I don't
Ugh.
like either one.
Hey.
I like Lady Gaga on the Lucas Nelson song.
Okay.
I mean, I think they're both really brave. I like
Absolutely.
Gaga though. Like, maybe, because that's
Definitely, they're both brave.
Yeah.
I'm just
important.
not a huge fan of either.
Okay.
Well, my friend wanted me to ask this one. She's outside on her fourth glass of wine. So, Poison or Def Leppard?
Sorry, guys.
Lick it up. Lick
Kiss?
it up. I don't know.
You going Kiss? I don't know. She made me ask it.
Let's see. Hair metal.
There's nothing wrong with
Poison or Def
metal,
Leppard?
soft metal.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I don't know. Maybe Poison.
Poison. Good enough.
Just because, like, if you're gonna do it, go all the way.
Like when
maybe.
I think of Poison, I think of that song that goes Poison, Poison.
Oh,
You know?
Belle Dib de Beau.
Yeah.
I know
Belle
it's
Dib-
not.
That is way
I figured
cooler.
it's
That
not.
girl
That is
is
much cooler.
poison.
It would be weird
Poison.
to have a self-referential song.
is poison.
That
That's
one?
the other one I think of.
Poison.
That one or
He said we got to take him to karaoke. It's
I like
a fun
songs that
one
have the
for
characters and they have the different, you know.
Okay,
There it is.
Next song.
That's
What,
another-
next
that's another one
question.
hit wonder.
Ready?
Yeah.
Shane?
I got two
What's
more- I
your,
got two
wait,
more
what's your
for you.
karaoke go-to?
I don't karaoke.
What?
Are you kidding me?
If you
I
did.
always,
You know
I always
what?
pick the karaoke
I'm
tunes that have
terrified
the
inside
awkward
right now.
breakdown in them, where you just stand there like a goof, like while the thing counts by the bars, like you just stand waiting on the,
I've never-
like, this is the
that
instrumental
those?
break, everybody. Sorry.
There's not enough Rumplemans in the world to make me karaoke.
Come on. If you did.
I've tried. I've had enough Rumplemans in the world to make me do a lot of things, but I never karaoke. It's not gonna happen. I'm like terrified inside right now just doing this.
You're doing such a
I'm
great
just trying
job.
to
I can
keep the
see why they
business
put you in
alive.
charge of this.
Yeah. So I got two more for you, and I just asked these to get the Americana folk singers' opinions.
Yeah, those people.
NWA or Beastie Boys?
Oh God. I mean, oh God.
Everybody says NWA because they want to be hard.
All right, here. I like that the Beastie Boys played their own instruments in the beginning,
Fair.
and the way some of those jam tracks were sweet.
Yeah,
Like on Check Your Heads, like some of those
it's a great record.
so
They put
cool.
out so many good records.
But NWA was really important. That's kind
This is where I'm like, both important for totally different reasons.
well.
I mean, I'm just saying, do you have a preference? What would you put on? Is kind of more what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's
Gotcha.
all these are like, what would you listen to? I'm not saying.
Neither?
we're trying to
I like a
outdo them.
playthrough
Neither.
record, and I would
But
say
I
that
think
like
they're both
Check Your
important.
Head's a playthrough record. Like you
Yeah.
put it on and like let the whole takes you on a journey. I'll probably put that on maybe.
Okay. So we'll go with
I mean,
Beastie
we
Boys.
have put both of them on, but
Yeah, I would go.
Preference.
For me, I would go Beastie Boys because of the
Okay.
melodic and stuff. Melodic and instrumental things on there are really cool.
Good.
I'm pleading the fifth on this one. I just equal.
So the last one, Metallica or Sabbath? Oh, come on. You don't know
Sorry.
any of it?
No, only by name,
How did
not
y'all,
by music.
How did y'all get married?
right?
I'm trying to think if I saw Metallica. I don't know if I ever saw Metallica
You have to
live.
understand, he's older than me, not by much, but he has older brothers too.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, and
I
did
was the
I did
oldest
the-
of two girls.
I did the 10 CDs
like-
for Penny
I
thing,
get
but
it.
my
I was a child of the
I picked a
90s.
different. She picked like all the Lilith Fair stuff,
Yeah.
and I picked a
Exactly.
different.
I mean, there's not. I mean,
Where are your Lilith Fair questions?
I go to a lot of metal shows and I don't see very many.
Sarah
chicks.
McLaughlin
Probably
or
one-
Alanis Morissette? Go.
Okay, all right.
Who?
Sarah
Oh,
McLaughlin or
Alanis
Alanis
Morissette.
Morissette? Okay,
Not
nice.
even close.
Right? Correct.
Isn't that ironic?
Good
Don't you
job.
think?
A little too.
Ironic. You
I really do think, yes.
God. Gonna make me cuss.
I don't do karaoke either.
Well, I was just talking. So we're gonna go with Metallica on that one.
I'll go with Metallica for the technical proficiency that I've witnessed, and Black Sabbath for the vibe.
Didn't answer the
That was a
question.
non-answer. I know, really did.
The more you talk to him about this kind of music,
You said you
the
loved
more
either
laid
ors.
back he gets. Like,
Yeah, I know.
Well, I mean, come on. Like Metallica is so like, ooh yeah. It's like ooh,
They're the greatest metal
chicka-ba-da-doo.
band that ever lived. They've passed.
Sounds like a
they've passed
character.
Sabbath.
chicken but a do.
Of course, I guess Ozzy's kind of a character too.
They
But
are-
like the rest of Black Sabbath is not
So
as.
is Ozzy Black Sabbath?
Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne's in
I only
in
knew
Black
Ozzy
Sabbath.
from that reality TV show with his wife Sharon and his 2 kids.
You watch his wife on this
This is the most
show every day.
millennial
and we're
answer
done.
you could have given.
Okay, we're done here.
I saw Sabbath. I saw Sabbath in
I saw him a couple years ago.
and it was
I thought it was great.
I like the
They didn't-
the records.
I thought they were great, and I saw Metallica. I think Morgan was there too the last time they came through town at Reliant. It was unbelievable. They were so good.
Yeah, I mean they're. Yeah, I'll just say.
Well,
Is there another one? Is there a redeeming one?
I don't. I could ask another one. Anybody got one they want to? Anybody want to bounce one off of us?
I'm sure this one has something.
What do you got? Give me an either or to end this better. Help me, please. Bail me out.
Y'all want this? Guy Clark, Towns Van Zandt.
Guy
Clark,
Guy Clark.
Towns Van
Absolutely,
Zandt.
Guy Clark.
They actually answered yours. Maybe you should do this.
He's been asking to do it.
What else you got? That was good.
Oh,
Yeah.
You're cool too.
this interview is over. Thank you very much, Miranda and Chris from Don and Hawks.